Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is hitting theaters this weekend after the first film was released in early 2020, right before the pandemic. Once again directed by Jeff Fowler, Sonic 2 follows Sonic after Tom and Maddie leave for vacation. Soon after they are gone, Dr. Robotnik returns, this time with a new partner, Knuckles. And in search for an emerald that has the power to both build and destroy civilizations, Sonic teams up with his own sidekick, Tails, and together they embark on a journey to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. Yes, Sonic is back on the big screen after the very successful first installment, with all the original cast returning, including Jim Carrey and Ben Schwartz, and joined by some new faces in Idris Elba as Knuckles and Colleen O'Shaughnessy, I believe, playing Tails. Just for some context before I get into this review, I did enjoy the first Sonic movie enough. I thought it was a charming and fun family film. Nothing spectacular about it, nothing super memorable, but I had a good time with it. It was so much fun seeing Jim Carrey back to form with his Jim Carrey shtick performance. But like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie, so I was moderately excited for this film. And right off the bat, if you enjoyed that first Sonic movie, I'm confident in saying that you will like this movie. It ups the scale, it ups the stakes, allowing for more set pieces, more locations, more fun action sequences, more Sonic characters, and just a lot more story overall. And I really did enjoy some of these elements. Like I said, the action sequences were pretty exciting. There's a couple action sequences in here, particularly in the third act, that were really fun, really well done. And the introduction of some new Sonic characters like Knuckles and Tails was a lot of fun. I loved Idris Elba as Knuckles. He was perfect. Tails was great as well. I liked the friendship and the dynamic between them three. But overall, I do think that it's kind of mediocre, it's somewhat forgettable, and ultimately I think it's a little bit of a step down from the first movie. The plot here is very familiar and formulaic. It's just another MacGuffin, you know, you gotta find the treasure kind of story. There's nothing about this story that's particularly new or fresh. It's very formulaic, it's predictable, you know where the story is going, you know what beat it's going to hit. There are also some side plots in here that I thought were just kind of unnecessary and disposable, and contributed to a over 2-hour runtime for this thing. I honestly think that this was 20 to 30 minutes too long. I think a lot could have been cut out to make it a lot cleaner, a lot tighter. I literally thought this movie was about to end about 30 minutes before it did. There was this big action sequence that I thought was gonna be like the climax, final battle of the movie, and then it just goes on and there's a whole new kind of plot element introduced, and it goes on for another half an hour. So I just think that this movie was unnecessarily long. It drags. I felt the runtime after a while. The jokes here don't have as great of a landing percentage, if that makes sense, even in comparison to the first movie. And though Jim Carrey is still great, he just doesn't have as much good material to work with here. Didn't find his shtick to work as well as it usually does and did in the first movie here. From a filmmaking perspective, it was fine. It's slickly made, well produced. Kids will appreciate, you know, having such a big budget studio blockbuster made for them, you know. It has all the big visual effects and set pieces that the big blockbusters do. So it's definitely well made, even though I did think that a lot of CGI and the visuals were kind of inconsistent, didn't really blend super well with the world. Again, this movie it's harmless. Kids will have a great time. It honors the character of Sonic. I'm sure that Sonic fans will have a great time with this movie. There's a lot of little Easter eggs in here for Sonic fans as well. It expands the universe of Sonic 2, has a fun end credit scene. So there's a lot here to like, and a lot that people are sure to latch onto. But for me personally, the bloated runtime, uninteresting plot, and weak humor hindered my enjoyment quite a bit and left me pretty uninterested. I'm gonna give Sonic a solid 2.5 out of 5. Again, I think this one was a bit of a step down from the first. I would say that this one actually has higher highs than the first, but also lower lows. Let me know what you guys thought of this film if you got a chance to see it. What were your thoughts on the first Sonic movie? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you are still watching. Thank you so much. Follow me over on Twitter and Letterboxd for all of my movie takes over there, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.